Hello and welcome back to another video. This is a plan with me for the week of Father's Day. So this was back in June, the 10th to the 16th of June, I believe, 17th, 16th. But this week I'm using the July Mystery kit from my shop. So quite a recent one. We actually worked on this kit knowing that I had this event coming up that I wanted to use it for, and we had a mood board ready for it, but it felt like the right time to kind of bring it forward and prioritize it because I was like, what else can I use for this week? Because for Father's Day, this was inspired by Kat. I took my dad on a Great Central Railway like heritage train thing, and we did like a dining experience on the train, and I really needed a train kit. I looked on Etsy and I was looking for like any kind of train clip art, or even just like a kit where there was trains in it, like maybe it wasn't the focal point but just like featured a train, and I was really struggling apart from one Christmas kit where there was like a steam train, but it was a Christmas kit and I was like, I know it's June, like Christmas in July, but like it wasn't really going to work. So I brought this mystery forward, and based on the feedback, I think this was a very popular mystery, and I didn't expect it to be like, well, I expected it to be, you know, like well received, otherwise we wouldn't have picked it as a mystery theme, but I didn't expect such good feedback, and it seemed like such a popular kit. So I haven't put the overstock up yet. I think I might be able to put it up tonight though. So yeah, if you do want to get any of the extras, I have a small amount. I'll list them when this goes live just for like, it seems topical. But yeah, I'm using the train kit that I released this year in the mystery called All Aboard, and I've paired it with a rose gold floral foil pack, which seems like a bit of a weird choice, but I was going through my foil. I hadn't picked one out beforehand and I was like, I don't know what to use. As I was quickly rummaging through my foil, I was like, oh, this is pretty, because it's kind of brings in like a bit of the summeriness to what is otherwise kind of an autumnal kit. Although when I was talking about this mystery to Beth on my PR team, she was like, oh, you could do like a snow version for anyone who might want to use it around Christmas for like the Polar Express. So there's a scene where there's snow, and I think there's a train with snow on it, I think. Can't remember because I didn't use, oh yeah, you can see them at the top of the screen. So we do have like some snowy options as well if you wanted to use it around Christmas time. But yeah, this is my Father's Day kit and I really love it. I think it was the perfect kit for the week, and although the colours are like not, I was a bit like, I don't know if I want to use it because of it being autumnal, but I think it works with the theme way more than it needs to match like the colours of the season. So in my sidebar, I've just put that it was Father's Day with a Coffee Monsters Co. like holiday father emoji, an emoji father, and then I marked on Monday that I had a bit of an admin day. I got my ducks in a row. So I've used the Coffee Monsters Co. ducks in a row sticker, which I think these are so cute, and I don't think I've ever used one because I always forget about them and they're quite big, but it was so cute and I really wanted to use it for this kit. So I wrote in my memory notes to use the ducks in a row sticker so that I can't forget. But I just marked that I had a bit of an admin day, and then I was working on the mystery. So I've marked with a little squidge, silhouette cutting squidge that I printed and cut the mystery, and I've used an angry squidge because the red matched. But since switching to the graph tech, it's not very often that I have issues with cutting, like touch wood. But yeah, like I've said before, like there are no graph tech stickers really available, so I use the silhouette still. Then I marked that the sale had ended. What sale would this have been? That is a good point. Was it my anniversary sale? Yes, it was my anniversary sale because last week I used the dopamine decor collection. So I marked the sale ended on Monday with one of the clock icons from the foil pack, and then I've put a full box in, and then I'm marking that I've sourced a fur coat for my Eras Tour outfit because the week after this is the week we went to see Taylor Swift, and I needed a fur coat, and I wasn't going to have a fur coat because I was like, oh, it's going to be really warm and I know it kind of makes my outfit, but I'm going to be too hot, I won't want to wear it, it will be annoying. And then like last minute I was like, I really want the fur coat because I think it started to get a bit cooler and we were wondering like, oh, are we going to get rain on the day? So I went on Vinted and managed to find one, and it honestly was such a perfect coat. So I messaged the seller and I was like, I'm really annoying, I'm so sorry, but can you ship this like quickly? And I hate being that person, but she was really happy to. And I think I explained like what I wanted it for and stuff, and she was like, oh my god, yes. So that was really nice of her. Then I made some bracelets this day. So I've got these Eras Tour themed squidges from Stick with the Plan Co. I've used a lot of squidges in this spread. So there's just a lot of him, but I noticed like halfway through and I was like, do I stop now or do I just fully commit? So there's just a lot of him, but he's so cute. I marked that I made bracelets, and then we went to Asda for snacks because I think I made bracelets for like a long time and I got hungry. We didn't have any like fun snacky food, so we nipped to the shop, and then I marked that we found really cheap soap this day. And oh my god, I'm so behind in my spreads because I remember this, and this was a long time ago, but there's like a soap that I like from I think the brand is called like Ineos, and they are sponsors of Mercedes Formula One team. So I know the name from on the side of the car, and I saw this soap and it was reduced to like, I don't even know, like maybe like 50p for what would normally be like £3. So I bought like 6 bottles of it, and it's like a soap and a washing up liquid combined, and I tend to only use it as soap. Like I told a few people and they were like, oh, it's actually really bad washing up liquid, and I was like, well, it's good soap. But I was really pleased because it's a really nice smell, so I wanted to mark that in my planner. Then on to Tuesday, I used the book full box. I love this one, it's so cute. And I didn't write much down this day, so I think Tuesday and Wednesday, all I can assume is that I don't really, on like Friday I've marked that I felt stressed, and all I can think is like this was just not a very good week for me and I was just struggling with like life. So I haven't written much for Tuesday and Wednesday, but I did mark that I bought ham for Ari because at the end of my last plan with me, I gave Tom some ham, and instead of giving it to Ari, he ate it. So we replaced the ham for Ari this day, got him his own pack of ham, so he was reimbursed for that disappointing ham event in the previous week. But then after that, Tom helped me pack the Plannerfest goodie bags, and I say helped, Tom basically like did all of them, and there was a lot. I think maybe, I don't know if it was 200, it was more than we've ever really done for an event. So poor Tom, he had to package them because I did like a sheet of stickers, a journaling card because I have loads of old ones I'm trying to get rid of, a washi tape because same reason, and I think that was it. But he had to put them all into individual cello bags, peel the peely thing off, which is really annoying, and then like seal them all while keeping count of them like as we went through because we had to do a certain amount. So bless him, he did them all perfectly, and I was able to ship those this week because I think I was still busy like doing something else, and it was just a massive help that he could do that. Then this is the start of my bread failures of the week. I feel like if it wasn't Father's Day, this would be my summary of the week in the sidebar because I had a lot of bread failures. I don't even remember the order in which everything went wrong, but I put a bread in the bread machine, and I don't know if I didn't put the paddle in properly, but it didn't mix. And then when I got my bread out, it was literally just like all the ingredients had been heated up and I had like flour, and I could see like the yeast was sat on the bottom, and it was just like a congealed mess. So I marked that with a crying munchkin, and I wrote that I was sulking because I was like, why is this happening to me? I'm very dramatic. If anything bad happens, like my initial response is, why is this happening to me specifically? I like take it very personally. So then on Wednesday, most of my plans on Wednesday are about this bread fiasco, so there was not much else going on apparently. I wrote that I tried a loaf again with a sad emoji, and then I wrote that it was still a fail with an annoyed emoji, and then I just wrote why with a squidge. So yes, so frustrated. I was messaging Joanne because obviously she has a bread machine, has been using it well for a long time, and then like I was messaging Beth, I was like, why is this happening? And hers hadn't ever done this before. And since then I've done some research, and occasionally in this Facebook group I'm in for Panasonic bread makers, people do have my issue occasionally, and I don't know if it is just like a fault with the machine sometimes, because I never did find out what actually caused it. But I took the entire bread tin apart, like I unscrewed bits that I don't really think I was supposed to unscrew. Cleaned it all out because I didn't know if maybe there was something stuck or like something got like dislodged or whatever. I then put it back together and I put all my ingredients in to try again, and I couldn't get it in the bread machine, like it wouldn't slot in the way it normally does. So Tom came down, started to have a look at it. I had reassembled it wrong. The way like the screws go in, like they can go in, if it's like rotated say like 90 degrees, the whole thing can get screwed back together, but it won't fit in the machine anymore. And then to unscrew it and put it back together, we had to empty it. So all the ingredients that I'd put in, I had to bin them because you need to keep your yeast separate from, I think it's your salt, or they like kill each other, or the salt kills the yeast. So there was no way, like, because my yeast was on the bottom, so if I took all of it out, I would mix the yeast in with the salt, and then I think the bread would fail anyway. So that was a waste. I then tried again, and I think it like semi-worked. I didn't really mark anything else about the bread after this, to be honest. I think I was over it. But I do remember having a sort of successful loaf, but I think I like paused it partway through and had to add more flour, so it wasn't like a conclusive solution. So yeah, that was fun, and that's why I don't think anything else interesting happened on Wednesday, because I don't know why I would have only written about my bread. But yeah, all fun and games. I did collate some freebie packs this day though, so that was helpful for the sale. And then in the evening I made some more friendship bracelets, and I didn't really know how to mark friendship bracelets because I've got my era squidges, but I'm not sure how many I'm going to need for my next spread. So I don't want to use too many of them at the minute. So I just marked, like, I used an emoji that's got like love hearts because it's kind of like a fun, like, wholesome activity. Then on to Thursday, I marked that my backdrops arrived for Plannerfest from Backdrops by Lucy. She had custom made me some with my like brand colours. I chose existing designs that she had, but she was able to recolor them to be a purple that matched my logo, so that was really exciting. Oh, so on this side I did put my full boxes down first because I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to use. I knew I wanted to use the double box scene on the Saturday and the Sunday because we did do the train thing on the Sunday, and then I was like, I don't really want to not use the train, so that ended up on Friday. And I wanted to use the like flat lay of like dining on the train, even though we didn't have this kind of meal. We ended up having, it was like a 3-course meal. We had like soup to begin with, and then we had some like roast beef thing, and the dessert was kind of the weakest dish in my opinion. It was like it said it was a chocolate tort, and I don't know what a chocolate tort is, but I imagined like a chocolate tart because my brain just made up the rest, and it was not. It was weird. So that was, it wasn't my favourite, but the whole thing was amazing. But anyway, I'll talk about that a bit more on Sunday. Yeah, so after my backdrops arrived, I just marked that I was waiting for loads of packages because it was just one of those days where like everything seemed to align, and there was like probably Amazon and all sorts of things, but I marked that. And then even though I marked on Tuesday that Tom had like packed the Plannerfest goodie bags, I still needed to cut a final sheet because I wanted to do like a special dedicated Plannerfest sheet. So I did a little quarter sheet with just, I don't know what was on it now, I can't remember. It was just like a sheet. I think I had like some journaling bits on it and maybe a little bit about my shop, actually, like more of a little blurb. So I cut those on this day and we just put them in the bags that Tom had already made, just like because I didn't have time to do them when he made the rest of them. So we added them in afterwards. Then I marked that we did a small post run. This was also an exciting day because I ordered a 1989 jumper from Matalan. They have a range of like jumpers and joggers in different colours, and I don't really know like why they say 1989 because I don't think it's meant to be a Taylor Swift reference. But Beth and Joanne had figured out that they have them, so we wanted to all get them to match for when we went to see Taylor Swift, to wear like when we had breakfast or something. I can't remember when we actually wore them now. But I think it was really warm actually. Like, I know I said about the coat, but it ended up being warm. So I don't think I wore my jumper that much, but we wanted to match anyway. So I ordered that from Matalan in like a really pretty like light blue colour. And then I marked more bracelet making. Oh, this is really funny. So when I was looking for a sticker to use for bracelet making, because like I said, I don't really know what to use for it, on one of the sampler sheets of emojis I've got, I saw this one, and on the belly, you maybe can't read it because it's quite small, it says full and happy, and I just picked it up, used it, didn't think anything of it, and I interpreted it as like feeling wholesome and like emotionally full. I think it means like full from eating because it's got like a bit of a belly. So I marked bracelet making with that because to me it was a wholesome activity. Then finally on Thursday I marked that Joanne had altered my dress, my sequin dress for the Eras tour. I posted it to her I think the previous week and she had to take it up because it was pretty long. And this day I think she must have finished it and it was perfect. So happy with it. So grateful that she was able to do that for me because we really struggled to find a sequin dress like at all because we were quite picky over the shade of purple and the fit and then the length of something that was easier to change at least. Like you can't really recolor sequins, but we were able to, well, Joanne was able to take it up and it was perfect. So like Tuesday, my notes for Friday were not very extensive. I think I wrote like 3 or 4 things down. So I ended up putting a second full box on this day, which actually worked out well because I forgot to use the other fashion person. And then when I was looking through it, I was like, oh no, like I really actually wanted to use this person because I love the ginger haired version. But luckily, because I'm not very good at writing down my plans all the time, I had room for it. So it worked out well. But I marked that we did a Bradgate Park run, absolutely not a walk. I don't know why I said run. We went to Bradgate Park, which is a park near us, and I used a little spring walking emoji, which looks super cute. It's not spring, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it just looks cute, matches the colours. And then I put my other fashion person in with the little train time thing. I actually saw one of these in person when we went because I'd commissioned all the artwork for this kit before I actually went to like a train museum and on this like heritage train and stuff. And then when we were in the museum, I was like, there's so many things here that would have been really good clip art elements. And now I'm like, maybe I should go to museums to like research for mystery kits and stuff. Like that would be so cool. But I didn't expect to see so many things that I'd actually picked out, which I guess means that maybe I did like an authentic, well, me and Kat did like an authentic representation of a train kit. But it was really exciting to see them in person. So on Friday, I marked that I was feeling a bit stressed. I do not remember why, luckily. So maybe it was just like feeling busy and like knowing that I had to like do something on the weekend so I would have less time, or I don't know, but luckily it was short-lived. And then I got a dress from Kat because I think she'd ordered a dress on Vinted and then I think she accidentally ordered the same dress because she must have liked it a lot that she accidentally bought it twice. And then she messaged me, she was like, do you want this dress? And I was like, yes, I will always take a free dress. So I got that in the post, which was really nice of her to re-gift it onto me. Then I had to wear in my Docs for the Eras tour because I knew I wanted to wear my black boots and I hadn't really worn them much. I used to wear my Doc Martens all the time at uni. They were such a good like walking shoe, and because I'd worn them in so well, like they were really comfortable. But then I find every year I have to almost re-wear them in a little bit, which stops me from wearing them because I'm like, oh, like I thought I did all the legwork with this shoe and now I have to wear it in again. Like that's not fair. So I hadn't worn them in a while, and annoyingly now the leather has cracked, and I don't think that's something that you can fix. Like I think I should have been like conditioning them regularly even when I wasn't wearing them, which I didn't know about. And now I think like eventually they will probably get holes, which is really sad, but at the minute I can still wear them. But I also am now like, well, I don't want to put time into making these shoes comfortable if they're gonna like break eventually. So I'm in a bit of a, I don't know what to do, like if I should replace them now or if I should get like wear out of the ones I've got knowing that they will eventually break. So that's my conundrum with my Docs, but don't really know why I gave you all that information. Feel free to let me know what you think I should do in the comments. Yes, so moving on to Saturday, I had some new beads arrive, which is very exciting because I'm making friendship bracelets, and I didn't really order them in good time. Like I got some beads in good time, but not like the variety that I would have liked to have. But at this point, some of the shows in England had passed, like the Edinburgh and I think Liverpool had passed. So people were putting their beads on Vinted. So I was getting like bundles of them come up and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can get all these other people's beads that they've put time into curating. I can just buy them. So I did order a bundle of beads on Vinted, which arrived. I did spill them when I opened them, which was not the best. But apart from that, I haven't knocked any over. So I can't really like complain too much. I've only had like one mishap. Then I packaged the mystery this day, so I marked that with an icon from the kit, and my fur coat had arrived. So I was a bit worried whether it would actually arrive, because although the person had posted it, like obviously anything could happen, I was still cutting it fine, but luckily it arrived this day. And then I had made a seeded loaf for my mum in the bread maker, because because I was seeing Dad the next day for the train thing, so I was going to see Mum and I was able to like give her the loaf. So made her a loaf of bread, which actually worked out fine. Like it's a whole different recipe for stuff with like seeds, and I think it was wholemeal. I'd never made a wholemeal before, but yeah, luckily like that was fine, because I really didn't want like her bread like loaf to be really bad after my mishaps earlier in the week. Then I made some more friendship bracelets this day, which I marked with another little squidge. This one is so cute. It says "In My Era's Era." And then I just marked that we played Stardew Valley with Julia and Sean, because I think there'd been an update. Maybe. I think this might have been the week there was an update. We haven't played it much since. We played like a little bit of the update and then we've like moved on to other games. But it was nice to get back to it after not playing it for like a year. So moving on to Sunday, I just marked that it was Father's Day this day, and I've used the same emoji, but this one had like text on it, so I've just cut that off so that I could use the custom script that I'd already made. Then I marked that I had to get up reasonably early to wash my hair and get ready. I was collecting my dad and then like driving us to the Great Central Railway, and it's kind of more towards me, so I had to like drive to his house and then kind of almost come back on myself to take us there, so just had to like plan accordingly with time and stuff. So I did mark that. And then I just marked that we went to the Great Central Railway, and I've got these little squidge stickers. I think they're actually grandparents, but I honestly struggle for like parent stickers, because I guess it's hard when you're designing stickers, because like it's hard to summarize like what a mum or a dad looks like. But I get with like grandparents, you can kind of put like grey hair and it just looks like an older person without like being, I don't know, stereotypical. But I'm running out of stickers or options to mark things with my parents, so I bought these stickers, and I actually think they're really cute, and it's just nice to have like two people, because all of the other family stickers I have are like they represent like a family as a group, so there'll probably be like 3 or 4 people or something. So this works well for doing things with like each parent separately. So the next thing I marked was the 3-course meal on the dining train. It was really fun. I expected it to be a lot like more weird to like eat on a train, because like bobbing back and forth and stuff, but it was really smooth, and it went through like a bunch of stations, and it did stop, and we didn't really get out because we weren't like on the train to travel anywhere, but you could see like the other trains, and it was just really nice. And because it was a set like Father's Day event, like everyone was there with their fathers, and it was just really cute. So it was such a good idea. I'm really glad that Kat suggested it, because it was quite like a unique thing to do, and I think we'll both remember it for a long time, which is nice. I find my dad really hard to buy for in general, because he doesn't have that many hobbies, but like experiences and stuff are always really good. We also went to the museum that they had on site, and we were able to like just walk up and down the platform and see all the trains, which was fun. And they did have like steam trains in operation, and you could just like walk down and see them, which was good. So I just marked that it was a really fun day. Then when I got home, I did make a wholemeal loaf for us to just kind of see what it was like, because now I had the wholemeal flour from making mum's loaf. Then when I got in the evening, I worked on some albums and watched like Netflix and YouTube and stuff while I did that. So this is what I have left of the foil pack and the standard vertical mystery kit. So you do get some extra sheets in the mystery kit that you don't get in normal collections. So I feel like I have a lot left, but I definitely have enough to do at least another spread if I wanted to. And this is the completed spread. I think the rose gold was such a good choice. It looks really, like, it does look autumnal, but because I know that it's like meaningful to what we did on the week, I don't mind. But I'm really happy with how the spread turned out. I think it is super pretty. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!